Let's talk about something truly inspiring, something that brings people together from every corner of the globe, no matter their background, language, or beliefs. World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day, celebrated every May 8th, is a special occasion that shines a spotlight on the power of humanity and the importance of helping others. It's a global salute to millions of volunteers and staff who dedicate their time, energy, and hearts to helping people in need, no matter who or where they are. These everyday heroes step up in times of crisis, offering comfort, hope, and practical support to those facing their toughest moments. This day is all about kindness, compassion, and the idea that we should look out for one another. It's a reminder that even the smallest act of caring can make a big difference in someone's life. Whether it's teaching first aid to children, providing food and shelter to families, or simply offering a listening ear, the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement is built on everyday acts of generosity. Why May 8th? It's the birthday of Henry Dunant, the man who started it all. His vision of a world where people help each other in times of need sparked a movement that now spans the globe. We'll get to his story soon, but today is about more than an organization. It's about the spirit of helping. It's about the belief that every person, no matter how young or old, can make a positive impact. Across the world, from tiny villages to huge cities, people honor the Red Cross and Red Crescent's incredible work. In every community, you'll find stories of hope, resilience, and the power of coming together. Events, stories, and new volunteers all come together in a beautiful show of global unity. People gather to share their experiences, celebrate achievements, and welcome new faces into the movement. Parades, educational workshops, and community gatherings fill the day with energy and hope, reminding us that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. On this day, people everywhere, Japan, Brazil, Nigeria, the US, celebrate our shared humanity. No matter where you are, you can join in and feel connected to a worldwide family of helpers. Volunteers rush into disasters, set up shelters, and deliver food to those in need. They bring hope to people who have lost everything, and they do it with open hearts and open hands. They also help reunite families separated by conflict, provide medical care, and support communities as they rebuild and recover. It's a powerful reminder that our world is connected by our capacity to care. When we reach out to help others, we build bridges of understanding and friendship that cross every border. So, on May 8th, let's appreciate this legacy of compassion and be inspired to do more good. Let's celebrate the volunteers, the stories, and the spirit that keeps hope alive. It's a day for hope, gratitude, and inspiring kindness. And who knows, maybe you'll be inspired to lend a helping hand too. Meet Henry Dunant, the Swiss businessman who changed the world. He wasn't a doctor or a soldier, just a regular person with a big heart. Born May 8, 1828, Henry grew up in a family devoted to helping others. When faced with crisis, his instinct was to help, not turn away. He proved you don't need a special title to make a difference. Henry's compassion led to the birth of a global humanitarian movement. He won the first Nobel Peace Prize in 1901 for his incredible impact. The Red Cross is his legacy, a vision that anyone, anywhere deserves help in times of need. His idea, create an organization to help all sides in conflict without judgment. That simple idea grew into a worldwide movement. Henry Dunant reminds us that one person's empathy can change the world. How did it all begin? What sparked a movement that would change the world forever? Sometimes history pivots on a single moment and a single person's response to it. In 1859, a Swiss businessman named Henry Dunant found himself in Solferino, Italy, just after a brutal and bloody battle had ended. He hadn't planned to be there, but fate had other ideas. The scene that greeted him was utter chaos. Thousands of wounded soldiers lay scattered across the fields, many crying out in pain, with barely any medical help in sight. The air was thick with suffering and desperation. Henry was horrified by what he saw. The sheer scale of misery was overwhelming, and he simply couldn't just walk away or pretend it wasn't happening. Instead, he sprang into action. He rallied the local villagers, urging them to help the wounded, no matter which side they had fought for. Compassion, he believed, should know no boundaries. Together they brought food, water, and comfort to the injured. They transformed a nearby church into a makeshift hospital, filling it with beds and hope, even as the sounds of war still echoed in the distance. Henry's motto became Tutti Fratelli, we are all brothers. It was a simple phrase, but it carried a powerful message of unity and shared humanity, even in the darkest times. The experience haunted Henry long after he left Solferino. The images of suffering and kindness stayed with him, pushing him to find a way to prevent such needless pain in the future. He realized that while war might be inevitable, the suffering of the wounded didn't have to be. There had to be a better way, a way to bring help to those who needed it most, no matter the circumstances. Henry began to imagine a world where organized, neutral care could reach the battlefield, where volunteers and medical workers would be protected, and the wounded would be treated with dignity and respect. That powerful idea was the seed of the Red Cross, a movement that would grow to help millions, born from one man's refusal to accept cruelty as normal. Henry's courage and compassion inspired others to join him. His vision showed the world that even in the midst of war, kindness and humanity could prevail. Acts of compassion, no matter how small, can ripple outward and change the course of history. Humanity, even in war, could prevail. And that's where it all started, one big idea after one big battle that would shape the future of humanitarian aid. In the quiet city of Geneva, a man named Henry Dunant sat at his desk, haunted by memories of a terrible battle he had witnessed in Solferino. He poured his thoughts and emotions into a book called A Memory of Solferino, describing the chaos, the suffering, and the desperate need for compassion on the battlefield. But Henry didn't just want to share a story, he wanted to spark real change. In his book, he proposed a bold idea. What if every country had its own group of volunteers, always ready to help the wounded, no matter which side they were on? He called for the creation of permanent, neutral volunteer relief societies in every nation, groups that would step in during war and disaster, offering help to anyone in need without taking sides. This was a revolutionary concept at the time, challenging the way people thought about war and humanity. The idea quickly gained momentum. By 1863, Henry Dunant and 4 other visionaries came together to turn his dream into reality. They founded what would become the International Committee of the Red Cross, an organization dedicated to helping those caught in the horrors of war. But they needed a symbol, something simple, powerful, and instantly recognizable. They chose a red cross on a white background, the reverse of the Swiss flag, to represent neutrality and protection. This emblem would become a beacon of hope on battlefields everywhere. When soldiers saw the Red Cross flag, they knew it meant, "Don't shoot, we're here to help." It was a promise that even in the chaos of war, there could be moments of mercy and humanity. The emblem protected medical workers and the wounded, allowing them to do their life-saving work without fear. Over time, the Red Cross became a global symbol of hope, compassion, and impartial aid. Henry's book didn't just inspire volunteers, it also inspired leaders and diplomats. In 1864, representatives from 12 countries gathered in Geneva to sign the First Geneva Convention, a groundbreaking agreement that set out rules for the humane treatment of wounded soldiers and those who cared for them. For the first time in history, nations agreed to follow a set of rules during war, rules that protected the vulnerable and recognized the dignity of every human being, even in the darkest times. This was the birth of international humanitarian law, a set of principles that would shape the way wars were fought and how people were treated, no matter where they came from. Even in the midst of conflict, there would now be rules, and a shared sense of humanity that could not be ignored. The Red Cross was no longer just an idea in one man's mind. It had become a worldwide movement, inspiring millions to help others in times of crisis. And it all started with one man's vision, a vision that changed the world and continues to save lives to this day. So what does the Red Cross do today? A lot. They respond to disasters, hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, providing shelter, food, and medical care. They're often first on the scene, bringing hope in chaos. But their work goes beyond emergencies. They run blood drives, teach first aid, and support community health worldwide. In many places, they provide vaccinations and lead public health campaigns. They help people affected by war, visiting prisoners and reuniting families. Their principles of neutrality and impartiality let them help anyone, anywhere. The Red Cross and Red Crescent movement is a network of nearly 15 million volunteers in 192 countries. From local acts of kindness to global relief, they're a true force for good. Every day they make a difference. The Red Cross follows 7 fundamental principles, the heart of everything they do. First, humanity. Prevent and alleviate suffering, protect life, and respect every person. Impartiality, no discrimination, help is based on need alone. Neutrality. They don't take sides, which lets them work in conflict zones. Independence. They work with governments but stay autonomous to uphold their values. Voluntary service. It's not about profit, but about helping. Unity. Only one Red Cross or Red Crescent society per country, open to all. Universality. The movement is worldwide, with equal status and shared responsibility. These principles are their promise to the world. They allow the Red Cross to go where others can't. It's why they're trusted in the toughest situations. These rules keep the mission clear, helping people, always. That's what sets them apart. The world has changed, and so has the Red Cross. Climate change brings more frequent, intense disasters, so they help communities prepare and recover. Mental health is now a priority. Volunteers offer emotional support after trauma. Technology helps too. Drones assess damage, apps connect families, and cash aid reaches people fast. But tech also brings challenges, like misinformation during crises. The Red Cross adapts, using new tools while staying true to their mission. Health crises, like the recent pandemic, showed their vital role. Volunteers delivered food, ran vaccination sites, and fought misinformation. They adapt quickly, proving their importance in a changing world. Whether it's a pandemic or a local emergency, they're there. Promoting health, preventing suffering, and saving lives no matter what. The Red Cross is always evolving to meet new needs. The future brings new challenges, and the Red Cross is ready. Climate change will drive more crises, so they're focused on anticipatory action acting before disaster strikes. Youth engagement is key. Young people bring energy, ideas, and tech skills. The Red Cross empowers youth to lead and innovate. Technology will keep shaping aid, AI, virtual reality, and more efficient tools. But the human touch remains essential. Compassion can't be replaced by machines. The future depends on all of us, volunteers, partners, and communities. Global challenges need global solidarity. The Red Cross will keep leading, but they need everyone's help. The goal: stronger communities, more kindness, and support for all. Together we can face whatever comes. The Red Cross is ready for tomorrow. We've heard the story of Henry Dunant and the Red Cross, a testament to the power of kindness. Even in the darkest times, humanity shines through. World Red Cross Day is more than a celebration. It's a call to action. You don't need to go to a battlefield to make a difference. Donate blood, take a first aid class, volunteer, or simply be kind. Every act of kindness creates a ripple of good. The Red Cross spirit is about our shared humanity and hope. Let's carry that message all year long. Continue the legacy of Henry Dunant and millions of volunteers. Build a world where everyone feels safe and cared for. Be the one who brings comfort and hope. It's our turn to be part of this story. Thank you, and remember, be kind to one another.